All right, welcome back to the channel. Tyson Fury is making plans for after he beats Deontay Wilder. Man, this guy is he overlooking Deontay Wilder, believing his own hype? Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Subscribers, Tyson Fury says that he wants to, after Deontay Wilder, he has a plan to fight Anthony Joshua. Then he has a plan to end his career fighting Derek Chisora. And I've been listening to Tyson Fury talk over the last, week or so. You can't avoid it, especially if you read any type of news feeds for the sport of boxing out of the UK, because every other report is something about Tyson Fury says this or Tyson Fury says that. A lot of it is just rehashes of the same interview or whatever. But when he said when I woke up this morning, I was reading the boxing news, because I get up early in the morning and read boxing news. And he talked about Derek Chisora. I'm like, man, dude, if your mind can wander that far away from the fight that you have on your hands, man, are you being serious? Are you overlooking? Is he overlooking Deontay Wilder, or is it just more stuff to say, just to kind of pour out his pie hole, man? Man, I certainly hope it's somebody that wants, because I'm not even going to be ashamed. I'm not even shaming this one. I want Deontay Wilder to win this fight, because if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, there is still a hope for a unification fight. Because if Tyson Fury beat Deontay, first of all, if you beat Deontay Wilder, we gotta have to have another Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, because Deontay Wilder, I'm sure 100% has a rematch clause. So unless Tyson Fury ducked out of that situation, which is not beyond him, man, to go into retirement for 3 years off some craziness like that and leave everybody hanging. Just Deontay Wilder, for that reason, Deontay Wilder winning is just better. It's just better for boxing, man. It's better for the continuation of having exciting heavyweight fights, because Tyson Fury's already proven he can have a good fight and then just go away and just do some craziness for years on end. Like when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, man, I was so excited about the fight between him and Vladimir Klitschko, and then it's like the dude just went away with all kind of drama. Now, at the time, I wasn't paying as close attention to the news of boxing. I was paying attention to the fights, but because I didn't at that time have a YouTube channel where you really thinking about it and talking to people about everything in the sport of boxing, from the politics to, up and coming prospects and to the results of fights, where it's like a constant thing. I wasn't really aware of what was going on with him that had, him lose all his belts. All I knew is he just lost all his belts, right? I knew there was something about some drugs. I knew that there was something, but once he did that, though, I mean, that's just one example. That's the first example of him being somebody like, this guy is not somebody you really want to bet the house on, man, that you really want to, you want to bet a future of anything on. And lesson learned, Ben Davidson, right? Hey, well, I just change people because I feel like changing people. Hey, I just not going to take this fight because I don't feel like taking this fight, man. He's just not a very consistent. He's not a solid and reliable person. He is a talented person, but he's not a reliable person. So, and that was the first incident of it. The second incident of it was, the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury one, where, he had a rematch. They had the rematch set and everything. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he decides to go somewhere else. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do this fight. I'm signed with Top Rank, and Top Rank gave me $100 million. And so he winds up spending time where he fights two completely trash not completely trash fighters, but very close to trash fighters. And here we are. And so if he was able to beat Deontay Wilder, which I don't think he will, but hey, man, Tyson Fury is a very good fighter and things can happen. So if he was able to do that, where would he go? You think I doubt he would go to a rematch right away. Honestly, man, and I doubt he would go to Anthony Joshua right away. He would go on another 2-year bum sabbatical and, I don't care. I'm a lineal. I'm drop off this belt. Keep the WBC. Some craziness like that, man. So, but as far as whether or not he's overlooking Deontay Wilder in this fight, I just don't know if the cat is able to stay focused on one thing for a long enough period of time, man. The dude is a scatterbrain, and I hope he's overlooking him. I hope that he's not preparing correctly, because I really do hope that we don't have to have any more of this confusion and making up titles. I'm the lineal title. I'm the lineal. Yeah. You're the lineal. Okay, you were the lineal. Were you the? What other? Anyway, man, I've gone through that whole lineal stuff more than enough. I'm not gonna go through that anymore. That dude is not the lineal. Now, I do want to say something that Ben Davidson, because I mentioned Ben Davidson earlier, that Ben Davidson said something about Tyson Fury that I thought was interesting. He pointed out what flaw there was in Tyson Fury that allowed Deontay Wilder to knock him down. And it's funny because when he said it, I was like, okay, man, when I saw the title, I was like, what kind of craziness is this going to be? And like, it's going to be some way, I thought it was going to be like a tricky title or whatever, because sometimes you run into that, people kind of play with their titles to get attention, and I understand it's not a big deal. But anyway, he said that the flaw in Tyson Fury, and what they said was that he did this. And I was like, yeah, he does do that. He keeps playing around with his hand, then he touches his forehead, then he touches his nose. He plays around, then he jerky, and he touches his forehead, and he touches his nose, right? And Ben Davidson said, when he touched his forehead and he touched his nose, that's when Deontay Wilder knew to punch, and that's how he knocked him down. Now, that's not true, okay? It's not true, because I looked at the knockdowns. That's not when he did that. Tyson Fury does that when he is a good way away. It's this. That's his little move. That's one of his herky jerky to do. He's moving his hands, trying to give you something to pay attention to and to keep you still. The same thing that Terrence Crawford does, man. Terrence Crawford does a lot of this. He does a lot of just moving his hands, because he's like, and you'll see some fighters kind of just do this, just to see, okay, if I do this, which way is his head gonna move, or what reaction he's gonna have. You see fighters do that. Tyson Fury does this when he's well out of range and he doesn't expect anything to come, but he does do it. Ben Davidson said that Deontay Wilder plants in a spot, like plants his feet. I have to look for that, but I definitely know what they call that they call that a tell, right? And you can see tells in all kind of sports. Tells, some motion or some habit that somebody has that'll tell you what it is that the guy's going to do next. In tennis, people have tells. You can be like, oh, okay, he's going to serve this out wide. He's going to serve this out wide because he bounces a ball 2 times and he looks over there, or this time he bounces it once on this serve, because your body will do that. You just have, when your mind is set on doing one thing, you can telegraph it. And you don't just telegraph it in the actual punch. You can telegraph it in the preparation for it. One of the best examples of a boxer, of a trainer pointing out to a fighter a tell that they have was Eddie Futch. When Eddie Futch would have, because Eddie Futch had fighters, several fighters that fought Muhammad Ali. And there was something that he noticed about Muhammad Ali and how to react to Muhammad Ali to get a punch off on him, even though his hands are extremely fast. So what he told him was, look for his chest to flex. Right there. Now that's instantaneous, but when you see that chest flex, that's when you punch, when that when his chest flexes. That way you know that you're punching while he's punching. But if you wait and try to react, if you're trying to react to his hands, it's going to be in your face before you know it, and you're going to get hit with it. So that's one of the things that, and I don't know if that's strictly a tell, but I do believe it is. It's some motion previous to the fight previous to the punch that would allow you to, to anticipate what the guy's doing and taking advantage of it. So Ben Davison put out there that tell for Anthony Joshua. For Tyson Fury. And I find that funny, man, because I've seen that motion multiple times. I don't know if JD's and Mark Breland are going to pay attention to that, or if they've noticed that or whatever. But hey, man, if they didn't, and Deontay Wilder can see it, and that it wasn't the case that he was reacting to it, because I don't think it was, because the first knockdown that he got was that knockdown was on the inside. That wasn't a fight. That wasn't a long range, big right hand, long right hand. That guy was right inside, and what he was doing is he was rolling away the first time, and he hit him on the top of the head and knocked him down. The other time his hands were up. He wasn't bouncing on his feet, touching his head and touching his chin. That just wasn't what was happening. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. I hope Deontay Wilder wins, and I hope he wins for the reasons that I said, but I do believe it's going to be a good fight, man. I favor Deontay Wilder, but like I said, man, this is boxing, and things happen, and we'll see. Anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Peace.